All right, welcome to the new PT Forum. On my left, we have...
My name is Dr. Corey Peterson, recent graduate of Texas State University.
And on my right?
Allison Hernandez, recent student of Texas State University.
And I'm Kirk Painter. I'm a physical therapist since 1995. I know.
Long time.
I know, old. So obviously you're watching this video because you have an interest in physical therapy or even occupational therapy. We're pretty closely related. We know a lot about each, so we can help you with that too maybe. Obviously we're here to help you guys get into PT or even OT school. We've had a lot of students come through the clinic here. We've been around since '87. I've been practicing since '95. So I've helped and written, a million rec letters and helped a lot of kiddos get into school. There's been a lot of questions on how to do it, and so I started taking notes, interviewing faculty, interviewing actual students in the program.
And he's an actual interviewer. And
I interview at the university. So I wrote a book. Basically, you want to be a therapist. So it's not that long, maybe about 60 pages or so, with all the tips and handy advice. This is a video on how to become a therapist or how to get into PT or OT school. So, there's sort of a sequence of steps. First of all, you have to know that you want to do it, right? So the best way is to go to a clinic or hospital, some other places where either physical therapy or occupational therapy are happening, and sort of learn that, study that, observe it. In my case, as soon as I saw physical therapy, I loved it right away.
Go online, research it.
Read books.
Yeah.
These things in libraries called books.
Yeah. Right. So you have to know what you're getting into. You don't just say, well, I think I'll be a chemical engineer, and just sort of blindly go to college and hope that that works out for you. Some people may, but that's harder to do. Once you do that, and you decide that's it for you, then the same places you went, you can work on getting volunteer hours, and then you need to work on getting your grades up, if they're not already. Hopefully you can maintain a 3.5 or 3.6 or better, which makes it very competitive. Get to know therapists, get to know the organization, get involved in the field, volunteer, help out, go to Special Olympics, do whatever. Just get connected. By getting more connections, you get better rec letters. You just have a better avenue for success. So speaking of volunteering, you definitely want to try to get a good number of hours at several places, right?
Several places, yeah. Just because you have a lot of hours at one place does not make that much of a difference. That's great that you have been at one place for a long time, but they want to see that you have experienced many other fields of therapy. They want to see that you've been to a hospital, that you've been to an outpatient clinic, worked with kids.
I would say at least three.
At least.
Right. At least three different settings.
And actually, one of the professors told me at least 40 hours, at each. 20 to 40 hours minimum. At each place, minimum.
Okay. Some schools have requirements. They'll actually have, you can look at their site and they'll have a minimum. Some don't say anything and it's just unknown. But 120 hours is sort of the unspoken bare minimum.
In order to get good rec letters,
right,
it's important that you are a good volunteer and you are a good communicator and talk with the physical therapists, but don't annoy them,
right.
So there's a fine line between doing well and observing and participating, helping out at a clinic, and then there's kind of being that guy that's creepy. And
so you have to find a balance in the clinic. You can't be overt. You can't act like you know everyone when you really don't, and you can't hide somewhere in a corner and do nothing. Either way, we won't know you, and the other one we probably won't like you. So your goal is to be helpful, genuinely helpful. Primarily the patient. Patient is number one. Then the therapist, and then the clinic. That kind of order. If you can do that and be a genuinely helper, but also show your curiosity and your desire to become a therapist and learn, be genuine about all this, you're sort of golden. I mean, you're a sort of a very important kind of volunteer or aide even.
I'd say it's more about your curiosity than your knowledge of things already. You
Yeah.
go in thinking that you know everything or pretending that
Right.
you know everything because,
That's bad.
yeah, really bad. Dangerous for patients too.
Done.
It's interview day.
You got the volunteer hours. You got the grades. They received your packet. You wrote a kick-ass essay. And you waited around for a little while after submitting it, and finally you get in the mail a invitation to come and interview with the school that you've been wanting to go to, right?
Right.
So what's it like?
It's exciting, it's nerve-wracking, all the above. You go there and you kind of get a good energy because everybody's there, like really excited about school. The student PTs, they pump you up and they're just like, you know, you're going to do great. Everybody's there to support you. And then you go in for your interview and you don't freak out. You want to make sure that you are portraying who you are the best you can. This is your time to tell them who you are. So you want to make sure that it's like you're having a conversation with them rather than throwing answers at them that you've rehearsed. You know, you want to know what you're going to say, but at the same time, you don't want it to come off fake.
You want to show your passion for the field.
Right.
Right.
You want to be a good communicator. Make eye contact with them.
Right.
You don't know if you're walking in. You probably should know. There's resources for you to find out the environment that the interview is going to be in, whether it's a clinician and a faculty member, whether it's a panel, whether you're going to be interviewing with another student next to you. It's important to find those things out, but be an effective communicator. Show
Right.
passion. So Kirk,
Yeah.
say, okay, we watched the video, we're buying into what we're saying, you know, where do I find more information about, you know, what kind of process it is and
Right.
how to become a physical therapist?
Well, I did write a book on this just to help kiddos try to get into PT and OT school. It's real short. It's just on Amazon. It's pretty cheap. The Kindle's like a few dollars. In that, it's like 60 pages of more tips, interviews from faculty, interviews from other students, research, and my own opinion and experiences, basically, from interviewing in this clinic. You can look at that. That's my first choice for you to look at. But do further research. You know, I mean, go to the web, see lots of other therapists. You know, I mean, just envelop yourself in this so you know for sure this is what you want to do. And then, if you're going to do something, prepare well for it. And that, honestly, that's why I wrote this. Is because I see so many people that are ill prepared, either at the interview or in the clinic, and it drives me crazy. It's like, you're just, you know, you're wasting your time, you're killing yourself. So I thought, finally, I'm just going to put something out there, and hopefully that'll help. And I actually have the volunteers here read the how to volunteer chapter of my book, just so they can be better.
Take 500!
Oh my God, I can't believe this. I was behind you. Why are we here? So, why are we here? Well, we are here to help you. Let me start that over.
Okay.
Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here tonight?
Kirk made me do this.
At least we're more relaxed now.